Welcome. So today we are talking about HTLT's new Casein Whey Maple Cookie Protein Powder. Is it worth the money? So protein powder is a great way to supplement your diet, but finding the right one can be hard for you. So today we're going to review this protein powder and see how does it mix up, why would you want a casein and whey blend, and how does it do when mixed with some of the most common type uses of protein powder, such as in a protein oatmeal or in a protein or anabolic ice cream. Hi, I'm Eric, and I help busy CPAs and other high-level professionals find time to work out and stay healthy. Right, so one serving of this is equal to 32.825 grams. I always like to weigh my protein powder. I find that just using a scoop, I'm often either a little bit over, a little bit under. I like to get it within a couple grams of an actual serving size. So I'm gonna take a scoop here and putting it into about 16 ounces of water. Gives me about 29 grams, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit more. Put that in there. And we're at 30. So, first, how does this mix in water? We'll see about that. Now, I added a little bit more water than they call for. I generally like to have my protein in more water. The directions on the protein itself says 1 scoop in 6 to 8 ounces of water. To me, that usually makes it a little bit too thick and can make it a little bit more foamy, which I'm not too fond of myself. I find I have to then rinse out the container more often to get all the foam out. So it's mixed up nice and smooth, and it's got a nice flavor. You can kind of tell that there's that sucralose sweetness to it, but it's not overly done in this particular protein powder. So as far as flavor goes, I definitely like the flavor. It mixes well. There don't seem to be any clumps. So it passes that test. All right, so if you are enjoying the video and getting good information so far, please consider liking and subscribing so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. So why might you want a casein whey blend protein powder? Well, both casein and whey come from milk, and they are both actually complete proteins, which is good. Most animal proteins, actually all animal proteins with the exception of, say, collagen, are complete proteins, which means they both contain the 9 essential amino acids, and essential amino acids are needed by your body from external sources because they are not produced in your body. Now, complete amino acids, or a complete protein, is important for muscle growth and health. And obviously, since essential amino acids need to be provided by external sources, you want to make sure that you get enough of them. Now, the beauty of having a casein whey blend is that different profiles break down at different rates. So whey is considered to be a fast absorbing protein because whey, it breaks down the amino acids that it contains are available to your muscles within about 20 minutes of eating it, and generally completely absorbed in about 1 hour. Casein, on the other hand, takes much longer to break down. Casein also is a the larger part of the milk, and it contains more minerals, say, and calcium than whey protein alone. But whey is going to break down at a longer rate, usually 3 to 4 hours, which means you're going to feed your muscles for a longer period of time. This is great if you're making a snack. It works as a pre-workout because you got both the fast and the slow, so you're still going to be breaking down the casein after your workout's over if you, say, have this 30 minutes to an hour before your workout. And it makes it kind of creamier because casein, when you blend it, kind of has a creamier consistency, a more milky consistency, just because of the components that are contained in it. So that is why I think it's a great idea to go with a casein whey blend. And just a couple of quick facts about this protein powder is that you're going to find that each serving, which is 32.85 grams, one scoop, contains 25 grams of protein and only 2 grams of carbs, no added sugar, and only 1 gram of fat. Along with, because of that casein, it's providing 26% of your recommended daily allowance of calcium. So I know you're probably wondering, wow, this sounds great, but what about my tracking app? I hate it when I buy a product, I try to scan it into a tracking app, and it does not work. It does not pull up the correct product, or it pulls up no product. It's just super frustrating, right? So I've already tried that out, and you can see this here, and it works. It brought up the correct information, brought up the correct product, and I was able to confirm that it works perfectly. So that makes it a breeze to enter into your daily meal or recipe. All right, so protein oatmeal. Protein and smooth with a nice maple flavor that easily replaces the store-bought pre-packaged maple and brown sugar flavors. You know what I'm talking about, Quaker Oats or store-bought brand. You know, they've got a lot more sugar, and they're just not as healthy for you. I add some water, maybe some additional milk, and then a scoop worth of protein powder, and mix that up for a delicious and easy protein and slow carb meal with very little sugar. And thanks to the casein included in the mix, the anabolic ice cream turns out more voluminous than a whey-only protein powder. The flavor kind of lends itself to where you really don't need to add any other mix-ins. All I did was add my milk, my guar gum, my ice, and my protein powder, and it turned out delicious. You can also add something on top. I did, for a treat, add a few toffee bits, which was excellent, but it definitely not needed if you're trying to save your calories for another meal or a treat. So the verdict is in. Would I recommend this protein powder? Yes, I would. I think it's delicious. It goes well in protein ice cream. It goes well in protein oatmeal, and it holds its own in water alone. And at only 120 calories per scoop, it's fairly low calorie with 25 grams of protein, only 2 grams of carbohydrates, and 1 gram of fat. If you are interested in purchasing this, you can check it out using the link below.